Leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel if you're a fan of XXXTentacion. Now, lots of things have been going around online as of lately, with apparently some photos and even a video being found of apparently XXXTentacion still being alive today. Now, a lot of people don't actually believe he's gone due to how much of a coincidence it was with him literally predicting his own passing and things in that nature. But there was now this very suspicious video taken with somebody in the background that literally looked so much like XXXTentacion that it's almost a little bit concerning. Now, I'm going to be sharing that video plus much more in this video, so make sure you guys watch this video all the way until the end, as this is one you're not going to want to miss. Now, this video has been going crazy around the internet as of lately, and while I actually can't share the video itself due to it being copyrighted by some company, I can actually just share tons of screenshots of it, and you'd basically get the same, idea of what it's about. Now, this is about a 10-second video, and apparently this video was taken somewhere in Cuba, and it was actually broadcasted on live TV. That is currently how it was found by people in the United States and things in that nature. Now, this has been getting shared across the internet, as I said, like crazy, and I was hearing a ton of news about it online, and people were telling me to make a video about it, but I really just didn't think anything of it until I dug a little bit deeper into what this actually was, and I just really kind of want to hear your guys' opinion on this. And this wouldn't be the first time that, there's been conspiracy theories going around of a rapper faking their passing and then going off to Cuba. I mean, everyone heard the one with Tupac, and to this day, a lot of people still believe that one is true. And if this one actually turns out to be true, it could literally be insane. And I mean, let's just take a look at these photos in case I didn't show it earlier. But the face on this man, whoever this is, actually looks so much like XXXTentacion. I do wish, however, there was some multiple angles of this, plus if you can have the hood that this man is wearing be taken off of him, so then we can have a much better angle of how this man actually looks. And when I was doing the research behind these photos, a lot of people were asking, where is X's tattoos if this is actually him? And well, if you guys do remember what he looks like, which you guys should, he really only had a couple of face tattoos. It was nothing major, so getting those just removed wouldn't even be that hard. If anything, I think it would only take a couple of months for it to be fully disappeared. So that is another thing that I did want to add in case you were wondering that. And let's not forget to mention here either, XXXTentacion actually predicted his own passing multiple times. One of the most weirdest times he ever did it was in the music video for his hit song Sad. Now, this is a fan favorite. If anything, I think it's one of my favorite songs, but in the music video for this hit song, he actually attends his own funeral. And I'll even have some photos of that on the screen in case you never watched the music video of him attending it. And I did find this to be one of the weirder times that he predicted his own passing. Not to mention, this music video was released after he passed. So, there's just a lot of things going on about it, which makes people kind of unsure if it's really, happened or not. And just to bring up another time where XXXTentacion predicted his own passing, he actually did an Instagram live stream, and this one ended up going absolute viral after his passing. And in this Instagram live, XXXTentacion says this, and I quote, "If I ever pass, I want to make sure that my life made at least 5 million kids happy, or they found some sort of answers to make their lives better, regardless of the negative things around my name." Now, the entire situation revolving XXXTentacion's passing is still very upsetting to this day, as I do believe he would have been one of the greatest artists of all time, just because how versatile he really was with his music. And with the little video of the screenshots that I was sharing earlier in this video, if he could still be alive to this day, it would be literally insane to the music industry. And a lot of people believe this is just too much of a coincidence to be true, which is why people believe that he is still alive to this day. But make sure you guys continue watching, as I am about to share the exclusive reason on how XXXTentacion actually passed. That way you can kind of just take a look at both sides. Now, on the day that he did sadly pass, it was supposed to just be a normal day for XXXTentacion. He woke up and then headed over to the bank. He actually ended up banking with the Bank of America, and at this bank he was wanting to take out around $50,000 cash. And you might be wondering why. It was because XXXTentacion was actually looking to buy a new motorcycle. Now, after getting the cash, he ended up heading over to a place called Riva Motorsports. But one thing he didn't realize was when he was driving after the bank, he was actually being followed by 4 men in a Dodge Journey vehicle. I guess he didn't realize it, as he probably wasn't staring at his rear view mirrors or anything like that, but he was being tailed by these 4 men. Once arriving to Riva Motorsports, he did end up going inside, looking at some motorcycles with his uncle. This process ended up lasting up to a couple of hours, and one of the weirdest things of the entire situation was the fact that the 4 men that were following X to the motorcycle dealership, 2 of them actually went inside with X. Now, XXXTentacion ended up going into Riva Motorsports, and then 2 minutes later, 2 of the men from the vehicle ended up going in there with him and keeping an eye on him and trying to figure out what was in the bag. And obviously it was money, since he was actually just at the bank. Once XXXTentacion was ended up being done at Riva Motorsports, this is when he hopped in his all blacked out BMW i8, which is obviously very attention grabbing, as it is a very nice supercar. Once he was leaving the dealership, this is when the Dodge Journey ended up stopping him at the exit. There was only one way to get in and one way to get out, so X couldn't really go anywhere at this particular moment, and that's when the Dodge Journey stopped right in front of him. 2 men ended up leaving the Dodge Journey, demanding that X would give them the bag of cash that he had on him, and XXXTentacion just did not want to give it up, and we probably all know what happened right after that. And it's just very upsetting that these 4 men would do such a thing for $50,000 in cash. I mean, that split between 4 people is really nothing, especially something to go to prison for the rest of their lives for. It's honestly very upsetting, and they know exactly who he was as well, which is just even more upsetting, to be honest, because I did feel like XXXTentacion was a loved music artist by many. I didn't really think that anyone would do such a thing to somebody who made such great music. You know, they did what they did for $50,000, split between 4 people. But anyways guys, I am going to be ending the video here. In this video, I did share a bunch of things and bunch of reasons on why people still believe XXXTentacion is still alive today. I hope you guys did enjoy, and I'm out. Peace.